Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this video is going to cover the 4 review questions from the most recent test. Before I get started, those of you that found yourself down on the first grade level and have come to talk to me about it, I have reset your Think Through Math accounts. Please engage with that placement test appropriately. So number 12 was about the perimeter of a rectangle being 42 centimeters. The length was represented by x plus 4, and the width was represented by 2x minus 7. So remember that the perimeter of a rectangle equals 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. And then use substitution to find your answer. P is 42, so we write 42 in place of P. 2 times the length is x plus 4, plus 2 times the width, which is 2x minus 7. Distribute, combine like terms. Add 6 to both sides, then divide both sides by 6 to get x equals 8. Now, take this value of x and use it to answer the question. We weren't being asked for the value of x, but the dimensions of the rectangle. So if length was x plus 4, then length equals 8 plus 4. And if width was 2x minus 7, the width is equal to 2 times 8 minus 7. So the length must be 12, and the width is 9. Take your time to write and solve an equation. If it helps, draw a picture. For number 13, we're asked to solve for m, which means we've got to get m by itself on one side of the equation or the other. Begin with distribution. 2c equals ej plus em. We want the em all by itself, so let's subtract the ej from both sides. 2c minus ej equals em. We want the m all by itself. This is e times m, so undo multiplication with division. This right here is, in my opinion, the most correct answer. However, that's not one of our answer choices. Answer choice A is equivalent. So when you come in to do your retake, be prepared to explain to me why. Number 14 is bothersome only because there are so many words. Let's have a look at how this equation functions. We've got time and we've got miles. So at 0 time, this equation returns 2,650 miles. At 1 time, which is measured in hours, the equation returns 2,650 minus 475 miles, which turns out to be 2175. At 2 hours, the equation returns 1,700 miles. And at 3 hours, 1,225, which means 1,500 miles will be somewhere between 2 and 3 hours. Now, since I'm the one who made the retest, this strategy isn't going to work. You're going to need to know exactly how much time it took, down to the minute, to get your answer correct. So use the information you've got in the problem. Instead of using the 7th grade or 8th grade strategy of writing a table, use the equation. We want to know the amount of time it took for the jet to fly 1,500 miles. We're given a value for miles at 1,500. So where you see the m, substitute in a 1,500. And then solve the equation for t. It's just 2 steps. Subtract 2650 and then divide by negative 475, which gives you a value of approximately t equals 2.42. But the correct answer, F, is 2 hours and 25 minutes. To convince me that you're ready for this problem on the retake test, I need you to be able to tell me why this number and this number, why the 2 digits after the decimal in our value of t and the number of minutes are not the same. For the last problem, while I'm glad that the overall percentage of correct answers on this type of problem went up, for the life of me, I can't understand why you guys won't just solve the equation, especially when I showed you the night before in the review video. 19% on the CBA, maybe 50% on this test. We can do better than that. This is not the type of problem that you guess on. This is the type of problem where you use what you've learned in class. Here's answer choice C. Subtracting x from both sides, you get y greater than or equal to 3.5 minus x. Or, to put it so it looks a little bit more like slope-intercept form, y is greater than or equal to negative x plus 3.5. The y-intercept lines up okay, but everything else is wrong. The slope of the line is negative in the equation, but positive in the graph. The shading is below the line in the graph, but we're told that y is greater than in the equation. So let's check answer choice D. X minus y less than or equal to 3.5. Again, subtract x from both sides, leaving negative y less than or equal to negative x plus 3.5. Now we're not solving for negative y, but for positive y, which means we must multiply every term in the equation by negative 1. Doing so gives us positive y, changes the direction of the inequality sign, giving us greater than or equal to positive x minus 3.5. In this case, the slope is right because it's positive in the equation and the graph, but the y-intercept is wrong and the shading is off as well. Now go back and try the same approach on answer choice B. And when you come in for the retake test, be ready to show me why you know that B is right. We'll spend class time tomorrow practicing what we learned about exponents on Thursday and Friday. And then on Tuesday we'll do a quiz. The retake window on the test is open till the end of the week. And if you still need to make up one of your quizzes, be sure to come and talk to me about that as well.